Is it officially 9 o'clock? Aha! Okay, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Aha, of course, my mom is the first viewer online. Oh, awesome. I'm ready to go. I hope you like the start screen made by our in-house graphic designer, Snowy. Okay, where are we and what are we doing? I totally forgot we had to do this until like 9 o'clock last night. The kid was like, see you early in the morning, Mom, for the live video. And I'm like, oh, crap. Today's t-shirt, I do all my own stunts. Thank you, Mother. Arm still hurts, just in case you needed an update. Only when I lift really heavy things or carry my backpack right in this spot, which was not a good idea this morning. So in case you are just tuning in and you are absolutely lost, my name is Andrea, like it says on my name tag that I've been remembering to wear, and I am coming to you live from the quilting shed in Fredericton, right in Fredericton. Now we are at the top of the Hanwell. Lots of stuff goes on here. If you know where Richie's Carpet Warehouse is, we're like right across the street. It's a happening strip mall in here. I'm telling you, I'm seeing people in the parking lot for hours. Like they're not in the parking lot for hours. Their car is there for hours and they're just hitting all the shops. It's an excellent place to be. So what's going on this week? This week, I did get a shipment, so I do have stuff to show you. Of course I'm running behind. I'm always running behind. It doesn't matter if I'm leveling up the shop. I'm never catching up. We all know this. I know this. I don't know why I keep thinking it's going to happen. Speaking of graphic design, new business cards. This time they have the right address on them. Pro tip, do not order business cards when you are looking for a place to move, because you will guarantee that you will find a place before you run out of business cards. That's also probably a way to ease into finding the place. New business cards, correct address. Also, if you do take a quick look, woohoo! It says we are open late on Thursdays until 6 p.m. This is going to start in October, which, brace yourselves, hope you're sitting down, is next week. Next week is October. Yeah. So fancy business cards. Hey, they match our title screen here. And look, it's got stuff in the back. Social media says we're a FAF dealer and a Grace dealer. Yeah, I know. FAF dealer. The FAF machines are on a truck and headed our way. I've paid for them. They better be on a truck. So good morning to my regulars. Also as well. Oops, over there. Woo! Susan, hi. Heidi, hi. I already said hi to my mom, whatever. So yeah, I mentioned the FAF and the machines because I am now a FAF dealer. They really support their dealers and the stores that carry their wares because, you know, they are well-established brand worldwide. They have an image to look up to. So one of the things I was really impressed with is the support for the dealers and the education for the dealers. Part of that education means I am doing 2 weeks of training, which started yesterday. Thankfully, we have the magic of the internet, so I didn't have to travel somewhere for a few days and leave the shop in the care of who knows. I love my family, I really do. You're just not ready yet. I'm not ready to let go. So thankfully I can do this training virtually. So it's 2 hours a day. I'm hiding out in the back room. I forgot my headphones this time, but I'm on a virtual training for 2 hours. Snowy's here to man the shop. Other people have volunteered to come help out and man the shop for those 2 hours. If you really, really need to ask me a question, you should probably come to the shop outside of those hours, either well before the 12 o'clock or after the 2 p.m., because I am absolutely unavailable. I really have to pay attention. Hmm? Yeah, or if you send me a message on Facebook, I'm not going to answer it during those times unless I get really, really bored. So yeah, the training's going well. I'm going to learn the ins and outs of their product lines, including the super high-end fancy stuff. And I'm really excited. I had homework and everything. I ran out of printer ink for my homework, but it's been awesome. Hello, Pamela. Glad you can make it. So the FAF training is coming, and that's so when you come in, you say, I want to upgrade my FAF machine, or I want to buy some accessories, or what the heck is so special about FAF machines, I can totally tell you how cool they are. I'm learning stuff. Now, mind you, I don't always pay attention to these things because I'm like, oh, it's a sewing machine. What possible new features could they come out with? It's really impressing. I made a new word. It's really impressive. There's a few things that I'm going to tell you about in the future that they are doing that I did not know. I already knew they had integrated dual feed. So if you hear about, put your walking foot on, FAF has an internal system where you don't have to change feet to a walking foot. You just flick a switch and it does the walking feed stuff for you. And it has all kinds of other cool things that they're doing, like with the threading and yeah, it's amazing. You'll find out more about it because my brain cannot possibly hold much more. Hopefully someday I will forget the whole theme song to Laverne and Shirley and the nanny, and maybe I can replace that information with some sewing machine stuff. That would be great. So there's that, and that's going on for the next 10 days, the next 2 weeks, except for Mondays. So the upside of that, which you might want to know, is my mom is also swinging by to help for a couple of days. So if you want to be waited on in the shop by my mom, you can swing by on Friday, or I think also next Tuesday. Come by, say hi to Mom. That will be great. So what else have we been doing? The block of the month, if you are a member of the block of the month that we're doing, the October block is now ready. And actually, this is the September block. Woo! It's very cute. It's 30s. And I'm sorry to say it's full, but I will be running this exact same one in January. Exact same pattern, different fabrics. Most people really, really like the 30s fabrics. So I am trying to find a decent replacement at a decent price point. And it also took a lot of different fabrics. And one of the things I'm looking at doing is consolidating those fabrics. So instead of like 5 prints each of blue and pink and yellow and green and purple and teal or light blue, we can just narrow it down to 1 purple, 1 green, 1 yellow. It'll still look cute, slightly less scrappy, a little easier for me. And if you did the block of the month a couple of years ago with all the stars and I did it scrappy, I feel like I'm going to run that again in January. So I'll run 2 block of the months, but I won't be sewing it with you this time. That will make it somewhat easier on me. And in my head, I say to myself, you could get the kits cut way more ahead of time instead of month by month. In theory, we know how that's going. The other shop news is the classes are starting, and our first class is on Saturday afternoon, but it is full. So I'm going to tell you about what you're missing. Woo! Except for Susan in the chat there, because Susan's going to be in the class. We are doing this quilt as you go table runner. It's kind of loosey-goosey. This is the back. Whoops. So we're working on the quilt as you go technique. Don't worry, I will run this again because I've already been asked to run a class about quilt as you go, but for larger quilts. What if I've got quilt blocks and I know how to do all this? I just want to do quilt as you go so I can get some quilts done faster instead of sending them out all the time, which is fine. Some quilts you want to send out, some quilts you'd rather do at home. I do the same thing. I don't always quilt every single thing I make on the long arm. I do them all different, sometimes just because. So good news with that class. Most of my classes you can now see on the website. If you just go visit the website, there's a little menu item that says classes. It's not fancy, but it's there. And it has a list of all the classes we're having from now until Christmas. Next Saturday's class, which is October 7th. I got a calendar. Woo, it's messy, but I got one. October 7th, we are doing an easy tote bag class. Now, lots of openings for this class. It is very easy. You just need 1 yard or 1 meter. You can go through your stash. You're not obligated to buy stuff. I want you to use your stash. It's a lined bag. This one, I happen to use a nice linen from the sale rack. So this is like a $10 bag. This is $10 a meter. So $10, you've got a nice tote here. So it's lined. It's a little sturdier. It's extremely easy sewing. If you're like, but I can barely sew a straight line. All right, I will help you sew a straight line. Yeah, it's just a tote bag. Just in case you needed to see another example, another fabric. And I will show you some options to do that because we can do, that's like straight up according to the directions. We can also do it with the boxed corner down here. I will show you how to do that. And yes, my mom's suggesting for young sewers, it would be an absolutely fantastically great class. Like if you're like, I'm intimidated by my sewing machine, this is a good beginner class. I will help you. You're not stupid. Come on. You haven't done this before. You're just inexperienced and I will help you along. So this is an older one I've done. My mom is giggling because she recognizes this. But this one, I've used the exact same techniques, except it's got a different fabric on the inside. And in the class, I will show you how to do that. And it has, like I said, the box corners. The funny part about this, that we did it in Christmas fabrics. Hot tip from my mom, because I know she's thinking this. Put your ugly fabric that you don't know what to do with on the inside. So since this is a 1 yard tote bag, in this case, it was 2 half-yard pieces. We made it work. I will show you. There are tricks. But this is our special bag for when we go Christmas shopping out to the mall. And then you get home, you've got all these parcels in the car and you have to get them into the house. And there are people in the house that you don't want them to see the bag. You're coming in the house and you know if they see you with a Chapters bag and a Toys R Us bag because you were just down at the mall, they're going to know that you got them stuff on your list. Yes, we do Christmas lists. So you put them in this bag, all those other bags, you put them in this bag and then you take it in the house and people don't know what you bought. I mean, they know you bought stuff. We all pretend, but it's part of the fun of Christmas. Darn it. My mom is also suggesting just make a tote like this. Put your present in the bag, tie it shut. There, it's wrapped. You're done. My mom's other tip, because I know she's thinking this, we have a pillowcase class coming up. 1 year, mom went through all her Christmas fabrics, made us all new pillowcases for Christmas because the week leading up to Christmas, you got to change the sheets on your bed on a regular basis. Put on the Christmas pillowcases. And how do you get Christmas pillowcases? You make them, and then you put another present inside. You tie it up with a pretty bow, also saving on wrapping paper. You're welcome, Mom. See, you did raise me right in some respects, in some regards. She's laughing. I can say that because I know she's laughing. So that's the next class that's coming after the Quiltage Go, October 7th, $25. Room for 4 people. We'll have a blast. We laughed, we cried. It became a part of us. What else is going on that I need to tell you about that is important? I just marked down a bunch of patterns. I need to clear some patterns out. I've got a cart pending at another supplier, and they have a buttload of new patterns. And in order for you to see them correctly, I need to get rid of some of the patterns that we have here. So the only patterns that aren't on sale are the new ones that I've gotten in like the past month. But other than that, all the other patterns are like 40% off. So if there's a pattern you've seen in our shop or on the website and you know you've been keeping an eye on it and you're like, do I want this pattern? I don't know. Yes, even the expensive ones. I know, kind of insane, but I need to clear them out. Also, did I mention I bought like a whole pile of sewing machines? Yes, I did. Clearly that caffeine's kicking in. Awesome. And the meds. Sorry, my mail just popped up. Goodness. So half of me last night was, what am I going to show you? And I did get a shipment in on Monday. It was supposed to come on Friday, but it came on Monday. There's some exciting things in here. There are some exciting things. I joked that when my mom helps me, this next item is probably going to be her pay. A new jelly roll. It is all blue and white. Look at these delicate blue and white flowers and traditional prints all the way to the navies. It's Marcus Fabrics, a line called Genevieve. Oh my God, this is gorgeous. Yeah. Yeah, this is super nice. This is super nice. So that's like I'm going to put 68 on this. In theory, if so when you run a retail shop, you pay a certain item, you mark it up, you sell it. Part of that markup goes to expenses and paying me, things like that. So there's a little formula we use to mark things up. And when I did that with this, I'm like, that's too expensive. So I'm only going to put 68 on it. I know, but you're welcome. So there's that. The other things I got was this. So sometimes my suppliers will have fat quarter bundles or something, and I'll buy them and I'll crack them open and throw them in the fat quarter bins. And sometimes I will just leave one or two of them all wrapped up, so you can buy the whole bundle if you wish. This is Sienna from Robert Kaufman, and oh my God, it's gorgeous. It is fall tones, but these teals in there really pump it up a notch. How much were these? Don't know how much for the bundle. But these will be in the $4 bin, so 4 times 16, whatever that makes for that bundle, if you're interested, or even in some of them. But yeah, oh, here it is cracked open. So these are going in the $4 bin. They're tempting. More in the $4 bin are these ones with these little tiny florals. These are more of the London calling in the lawn-ish fabric that I had before, but oh my God, these are, they feel so good. They really feel so good. And they're very much sort of look like Liberty of London, but not. It's like close enough. There are a couple of really nice bird prints in here. It's very pretty, very, very pretty. And then, no, I'll show you this one. 10 square layer cake with seafaring things, lobsters and fish and crabs and a couple of restaurant prints. Oh, and like fishing nets. So this one, what they put on it? $50. $50 for a layer cake. That's pretty darn good. Yes, and then I got some Christmas ones because we want Christmas, more Christmas fabric, and this was a good way. I've been finding a lot of people are requesting lots of prints, but lots of small amounts. So as a shop owner, it's good for me to just buy some fat quarter bundles. This is actually 2 fat quarter bundles. It is Robert Kaufman. One of them is the Holiday Grandeur, which they come out with every year. So whatever number that is, Holiday Flourish. And the other one was Winter's Grandeur. That's why I got it mixed up. So it's all red, black, silver, gray, baubles, nice metallics. There are some cardinals on some of these. So really good filler prints for your fabrics. It's showing up as an orangey red on the screen, but it's a nice, deep red, and the black and silver prints. Woo! Because I know you're going to make like runners and placemats and things like that, and you want to add them to little things, lots of poinsettias, lots of berries. So these are going in the $5 bin, so you can just pick and choose whatever you like. You'll have to come in and see them. No, I didn't get anything on the website. The other exciting thing with these is some of them came with panels, and I've pulled out the panels to sell them separately, $10 a panel. So there are limited amounts of these. I'm talking like, I have like 3 or 4 of each of these designs. So if you do want one, you'll have to swing by. Mind you, I don't have these in inventory yet, so maybe don't swing by today on Wednesday. Maybe tomorrow. You got time. You get time, or you can send me a message. You say, "Could you hold one of these for me?" And I will totally do that. And then by the time you come in, it'll be in inventory, and I can just bring it up properly. So we have this nice wreath design with cardinals, and they always put like this nice border. Throw that over there. And the ones, I don't know how you guys feel about a black Christmas, but it's pretty dark most of the time for Christmas, so I don't mind it. You may have seen similar to this because, of course, it's Robert Kaufman, and they like to do a tree panel. This way. There we go. Da, da, da. See? Nice tree panel with the white background. And they also did it. With the black background, which we voted, and we like this one better. Snowy and I. We like this one better. Ron, of course, is like, let's see how we can divvy that up for an attic window, because that's his specialty. And this panel was also really intriguing. It's got all the squares. I think I just held it upside down. So you can cut them apart, get a few fat quarters, make some placemats. Boom, gift is done. Because I know you're all sewing presents now for Christmas and you're thinking about it. This panel is another new one. Big. It's a digital print. It is going to be like $20. No, I tried, but some of the newer stuff coming out is a little shocking. But honestly, this one is gorgeous. So for a special person, you've got the cowboy snowman and the red barn and the tractor, and it's winter and it's not completely Christmas. So, you know, if this is out on the couch in a quilt form with your favorite farmer under it, having a nap, snoring away, it won't look out of place. And of course, we have some nice nature prints to go with this. I'm pretty sure we have some barn board. You've got some great pieces in your stash that I know will match. So you can consider this. So the other exciting thing, I do have some bolts of fabric down here in a box on the floor. I was looking through it earlier and was thinking, I feel like Mr. Dress Up. These ones are going to be 16 a meter. And I got them because they look similar to the Tilda fabrics without being Tilda fabrics. I did ask my rep about getting in some Tilda fabrics, but that particular that particular designer has rules and about how many quilt shops can carry their line and what price they can put on it. So the We Fabric Shop has Tilda fabric, and Kate's Open Quilt Studio has Tilda fabric, and I'm right smack in the middle. So I am too close to both of those shops to also carry Tilda fabric. So if you want Tilda fabric, you have to go to one of those other shops. I can't get it, but I can get this fabric. So if it's the little tiny floral prints that you really liked in these soft colors, these I got in at 16 a meter, and I mean, look at that. Yeah, these are nice and delicate. These are from Sevenberry. The line is called Handworks, and they've got some really nice colors. Yes, I'm talking while I'm standing away. So it's all the same print, but there's all these nice soft pastel-y colors. I think these ones are the brightest. They're a little brighter when you're in the shop. But yeah, they're very, very pretty, very, very delicate. I could see people making these for a slightly grown-up toddler, one that can grow with them. Cute little dresses. You could add them in with some of your stash prints that you already have. They are very delicate and floral, and I think you're really going to like them. And I didn't have a list. I just have one more thing to show you. I'm super excited about it. And I'll tell you right now, it's expensive, and I only have 5. But if you are a Lori Holt fan, this is totally going to be worth it. Somebody asked about this, and I need to hunt down who it was. So if it was you, I forgot to search my messages. I'll go do that again, see if I can find you again. Send me a message if it was you that specifically requested one of these, and I will absolutely set one aside. But it is one of the Lori Holt Zippy Tote panels. It is a very large panel. I think the fabric is 60 inches wide. It is printed on canvas, so it's a little heavier. It is the zippy bags too. Like, this panel's huge. It has 8 zippy totes printed on it with the instructions. And there's the instructions. She even tells you where to go on YouTube to find the video of her putting them together. So she can walk you right through it. It has 8, 4 large, 4 small. But look at this. You can't even get it all in. Like, this is like huge. Like, yeah. So I did the math for you. There's like 8 bags, 4 large, 4 small. If you even it out, it's less than $5 a bag. If you wanted to math it a little better according to size, it's maybe $3 or $4 for a small one, about 6 something for a larger one. And that means the whole panel together is $39. But before you say, oh my God, that's expensive. But it is very high quality. It is Lori Holt. And you've got 8 presents done here. Like, where can you buy 8 presents for $40 and a little bit of sewing? That's kind of hard. So, like I said, I only have 5. Well, I have 4 because one person requested them. And they aren't in inventory yet because I didn't put them in yet. But if you are interested, hit me up on the messages thingy or the email. I suppose if you really have to phone me on the phone, you could probably do that too, although it's not my favorite. If you text my phone, please tell me who you are, because just your phone number shows up and I don't necessarily know that it's you unless I have you labeled in my phone, Debbie, Mom. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about this. These are really cute. I mean, Lori Holt, what's not to love? It's so adorable. Yeah. Yes, they're just really cute. Like I said, and you can get like 8 presents out of these. Like, seriously. Is that one of the smaller ones? And she's even got like the little tags that you put on the little side that stick out. I mean, as my mom would say, how cute is that? How cute is that? It's hot and sweaty. That's what that is. So I think I got that. Got the packing slip here. So I showed you all the handworks with the tiny floral print. Oh, I restocked Kona Celestial. That came in. All those fat quarters, including the red and silver and black. I got 2 new wide backs. One is a tone-on-tone white with a large floral. Though tone-on-tone white wide back that I normally have in stock is kind of directional. This one's a little nicer. And the other wide back I got was black with a gold swirl. And I believe those are $25 a meter, so still at a reasonable price. I got into black with the gold swirl because I thought that would be really nice for some of the Christmas quilts that you're making. I still need to get in an everyday black again, and a yellow again. I do have this written down again. So I guess that's it. If you do have any questions about the FOF, I learned how to pronounce FOF correctly. It is FOF, not FAF. I've been enunciating. Yes, I have. Yep, new business cards. Oh, yes. The glide, I have restocked the white. So I have lots of white glide back in stock. And I said in the newsletter last weekend, I'm going to be putting in a new glide order. I want to make it a big one. Totally going to be worth my while. We are actually going to order it from the US this time. Woo! So got to make it worth my while. If there's a glide color you want, please let me know by Friday so I can put that order in over the weekend, including all the small bits, because the smaller spools, I have to order a bunch of smaller colors too for that quilt you've seen on my long arm that I am doing for Janet. Still doing ditch work on that one. And I've been working on it before the shop opens, because I find if I don't do it before the shop opens, and I just run out of time, because I get to the end of the day and I just want to go home, put my feet up, and probably eat, because I've been forgetting to eat. Weird. As my mom said, I've forgotten a lot of things, but I've never forgotten to eat, honey. Yeah. I got these catch of the day. $50 for a layer cake. That's pretty cool. I still have all the jelly rolls marked down to 30%, except for this new one that just got in. The previous stock of jelly rolls is still on sale for 30% because we had a hurricane come through on Jelly Roll Day. Look at that print right there. It's like I want fish for dinner. It's good chowder season. So yeah, if you know like a fisherman or somebody who lives by the ocean, you want to make them a nice quilt for Christmas, there you go. $50, some background fabric. Bada boom, bada bang. There's your quilt. And just a little bit of work in the meantime. Yeah, so I think that's it. 9:31. Look at that. Finishing on time. I'm amazing. You got to tell yourself that at least once a day, that you're amazing. Yeah, you really do, because I have seen more and more people come in, and somebody just last week's like, I'm not a quilter. I'm just learning how to quilt. And I said, have you made, how many have you finished a quilt? Have you made any quilts? Yeah, only like 10 or so, but I really don't consider myself a quilter. Honey, you're a quilter. You're a quilter. I'm just telling you right now. Well, I'm not very good. Yeah, is the two? Do you have 3 layers and they held together and you put them through the wash and it was still a quilt when you were done? Yep, you're a quilter. It's low key here. I can show you how to do the perfection and the judged work and the quilt police stuff, but most of the time I'm like, just relax. It's okay. Let's think about I want you to have fun. And there's a lot of fun fabrics that just came in for fun projects, and I'm having fun learning about new sewing machines and all these super cool, amazing features. Did you know Pfaff also had long arms? I did not either. It's not a huge selection, but it's already got the brain turning with the grace frames as well. And honestly, as soon as the Pfaff machines get here, one of the first things I'm going to test is one of the quilting machines, the Pfaff quilting sewing machines, on the cutie frame. Can't wait to try that. I'm going to put them through their paces with the quilting, let me tell you. So that's going to be exciting. Yeah, and other than that, I'll just be doing training this week and next. More stuff will be coming. Someday I will put out more social media posts when I get my stuff together. I'm usually better at this, but oh well. Yeah, we'll be rocking between now and Christmas. It's exciting. Yeah, and classes and fun stuff and questions and Ask Andrea on Sundays. And yeah, so if you're new here, it's been great to meet you. I'm so glad when you come by and say, hey, I'm a fan of yours and I'm just stopping in for the first time. And I'm like, oh boy, let's show you the good stuff in person. I'll reiterate this again because some people didn't catch it the other very few times I mentioned. If you're watching and you're in another part of the province and you come into the store because you're visiting family that lives here in Fredericton, one of the things you can do is order stuff online, because you've been in the shop now and you've seen it, so you have a good idea of what it looks like. I know people don't like the online shopping because, well, I can't quite feel the fabric. I'm not sure of the scale. So once you've been in, you've got a little better idea, so you know what you're like, I saw that in store. Okay, so I know exactly what I'm getting. You place your order, you check the box for local pickup, and there's a little box there for notes. And you can just write in it, my daughter will be in to pick this up next Thursday. And it's fine. I have a special spot behind the counter, bookshelf, courtesy of my father's things. we just put all pending orders on that shelf waiting for pickup, nice little label on them. So it's not something that I personally have to remember. Anybody who works in the shop can remember that for you. You can just say, I'm here to pick up so-and-so's order, and they turn around, they're like, there's so-and-so's order, here you go. And it works out great. So Anne-Marie just sneaking in at the end. She's working. It's a coffee break, right, Anne-Marie? Of course it is. It's a sanity break. You'll have to start over from the beginning now because I'm just saying goodbye. My mom's tea is probably cold and she probably needs to reheat it. Mine's doing good. I gotta suck this back. Clean up this mess. You do not want to see what it looks like behind me. It's scary. And prep to open the shop, prep for my stuff. Yeah, reminder, block of the month for October is out. I will send you guys an email. Got to do that. Just going down my list for the day now mentally. So I should stop talking and say goodbye. 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 Love you. Love you all. Appreciate you. You rock. Those are our words of affirmation in our family. Thanks for doing the dishes. You rock. You're awesome. You're amazing. This is fantastic work. Call me when you get home. Those are ways we say I love you. And you, appreciate you, because I would totally not have this business that is booming and growing and expanding and being fantastic if it wasn't for you, my favorite customer. I know, customer, it feels weird calling you a customer, friend, or mom. But my mom, if I'm in a really good mood, I'll even give my mom a discount. So with that, I will see you later. Okay? Click on the end stream button.